Well, good day, everybody, and welcome to the Traveling Kilts podcast with your host, Jerry McPherson. This is a series where I like to take the opportunity to share important travel tips and travel stories with you. So, what do we have in store for today? Do you like to travel, but sometimes are a little nervous about having your personal belongings stolen? Well, I'm here today to give you a few tips and tricks, not only to help you keep your peace of mind while traveling, but also your valuables. Now, I don't want to make you paranoid and think this is something you should dwell on, but if you use common sense and incorporate a few simple practices as part of your traveling routine, you should be fine. Let's start in the hotel. A good rule of thumb? Don't leave your valuables lying around your room. No need to test fate. When you leave your hotel room, make sure the door is closed and locked. I have been in many hotels where the door has to be locked manually, so it is always worth checking. If you have a safe available in your room or in the hotel, use it. That's why it's there. Most crime experts agree that thieves will only spend a few moments searching rooms or looking for possessions of value, so making it easier for them is not a good idea. Now, what if you're out exploring? Should you worry about pickpockets or muggers? If you are traveling around North America, your chances of being robbed by a pickpocket are much less than they were 20 years ago. And there's a few reasons for that. People are not carrying as much cash as they used to, and the laws are becoming much stricter. In many states, for example, pickpocketing is now considered a felony. But this is no reason to be lax, especially if you are visiting other parts of the world. 1 second is all a pickpocket needs. A brief diversion, a quick move, and before you can take a breath, your wallet, money, and credit cards are all gone. And this, I can speak from experience. I was about to begin a tour in Caracas, Venezuela, with 2 colleagues. We arrived in that beautiful city the day before our group was scheduled to arrive, so we went out exploring. We had taken the subway down to the main square, and as we exited the train and headed up the escalator, a young woman dropped down, yelling that she had dropped her ticket in front of me. I put out my arm to protect my colleague from falling over. The young woman got up and was gone. It was almost a half hour later when I reached into my pocket and realized that my money clip and money was gone. The technique they used on me is known as the sandwich technique, and I will talk more about that in just a little bit. Now, I'd been traveling for a number of years at this point, and I knew enough not to carry a lot of money around. But still, the thought of being violated like that and actually losing the money clip bothers me still today. The great advantage pickpockets have is that most people think it can't happen to them. There are some things you can do to reduce the odds of becoming a pickpocket's victim. Now, these are just tips and ideas that can give you a better advantage, but there are no guarantees. But you can make yourself less of a target if you take some precautions and become alert and aware of your surroundings. First thing, don't look like a tourist. Do a little research of the place you're going to visit and get an idea of what the locals wear. Be aware of signs that read pickpockets about, or if somebody yells there's a pickpocket in the crowd. That's not always what it seems. Almost everybody, upon seeing a sign or hearing a warning, will instinctively reach for their valuables. Men will check their wallets, and women will check their jewelry in order of value, the most expensive being first. If a pickpocket is watching, they will now have a clue to exactly where the wallets and valuable jewelry is located. Don't show money or valuables in public. You might think this is a no-brainer, but I see it happen all the time. Flashing your money will get you more attention than you want from anybody looking to rob you. One bump, and you'll be left with an empty pocket. Be aware of your surroundings, especially crowded places. Bumps, commotion, aggressive people, these are typical distractions for pickpockets. I had mentioned earlier the sandwich technique. This is what was used on me. This is where a person falls down, or drops something, or looks ill, and expects us to react. They will have an accomplice behind who will do the actual robbing. Now, I'm not telling you not to react if there is a problem in front, but be aware that it may be a diversion. If you are helping, make sure that somebody you trust is watching your valuables. Sidewalks, malls, airports, train stations, anywhere there's a crowd, Be aware of your surroundings. Pickpockets are counting on you paying more attention to everything else except for your wallet or purse. Don't carry valuables in a fanny pack or a backpack. Anybody can reach into a backpack without you seeing or feeling it, and fanny packs, if worn, should be only worn in the front. Keep in mind that will not protect you from a thief undoing it or slashing the belt and getting away with it. If you have a fanny pack, make sure the buckle is near the pouch in the front so that a pickpocket would have a much more difficult time getting to the latch without your knowledge. So here are some pickpocket prevention tips. Don't wear or carry expensive jewelry if you're going to be in a crowd or an unfamiliar place. Don't carry much cash. Use credit cards or traveler checks if possible. If you must carry cash, keep most of it in the money belt, under your clothing, and split smaller amounts into several pockets. If you choose to wear a money belt, may I make a suggestion? Not all money belts are created the same. The typical cotton money belt that you'll find in most travel stores, while servable, can be bulky and prone to chafing if worn for extended periods of time. For something that you'll be wearing all day, maybe over a long period of time, it is worth investing a little more to get a quality money belt that is comfortable. I would recommend a silk money belt. It is soft, thin, light, it dries quickly, and is one of the best options for carrying your valuables. You can also put fragile items like a passport inside, but if you are going to put it inside, use a small plastic locking bag before putting it in the money belt. This will help protect them from moisture and any wear. In addition to a money belt, some people recommend carrying a Decoy Wallet. While your essential valuables, your passport, cards, and most of your cash are in your money belt, a Decoy Wallet can hold some petty cash, a small amount of cash, that you can use to pay daily expenses without digging into your pants all the time. Also, in the case of theft, you will only end up losing a cheap wallet and a few bills, instead of spending days at the local embassy trying to replace your essential documents. Other tips you should consider are to shield your calling cards or debit cards from prying eyes. Many thieves will shoulder surf at airports or busy locations, watching people as they key in their cards into debit machines or payphones. Some will go as far as videotaping a family by the payphone or the debit machine so they'll have a record. Keep your eye on your luggage at all times, even as it goes through the scanner. Once your attention is on the loose change and the pocket valuable that you place into the tray, a thief can quickly and quietly stow your bag into his garment bag and walk away. Leave your bags in front of you, not at your side. You can be distracted in one direction and your bag will disappear in the other. Be aware of your surroundings. Act confident, walk with a purpose, and look into people's eyes. Don't let new friends carry or watch your luggage, and don't carry theirs. Too often, trusting travelers will be duped into holding some stolen merchandise. If you like to carry a wallet, avoid back pockets. Many men feel that if they have a pocket buttoned, they are safe. A good pickpocket can get it. And for some who are not as good, they will use a razor blade to slit the bottom of your pocket so that the wallet will fall into their hands. If you must carry a wallet in your pocket, there are two ways to make it a little harder to remove. One is to put your wallet in your pocket sideways, and the other is to wrap a few rubber bands around it. This will make it more difficult for a pickpocket to remove. Know where your credit cards are at all times. After use, put your credit card back into your wallet or purse. Don't place it in your pocket. If you carry a purse, don't hang it on the hook in the bathroom stall, and don't sit it on the floor within an arm's reach. Set it at your feet. Don't hang your purse on the back of a chair in a restaurant. Keep it between your feet. And don't leave your purse in a grocery cart if you're shopping. If you use a handbag that has a zipper or a flap that latches, carry the flap side towards you, and carry the purse in front of you. Now, if you're looking for additional safeguards, there are a few things you can purchase to bring with you on your trip. One would be a diversion safe. Now, these can be fake hairspray, soda cans or pop cans, shaving cream, or any other diversion safes. Personally, I would be careful with my choice. I don't think I would use a soda or a pop can. This would be light and could easily be mistaken by a well-intentioned maid who might toss it away when cleaning your room. If you do go this route, make sure you choose a plausible toiletry or product that might actually come from the country you're visiting. There are skid mark underwear. This is a pair of fake soil underpants with a secret pocket to keep cash. One assumes no one would want to go near these. Okay, this might work if you have kids. There are secret compartment flip-flops. Now you would think this would be a good idea on the beach, but I was only able to find one company that made them, and I'm guessing that any thief that knows his stuff would recognize the very distinct brand. It might work if you just keep them in the hotel. A suggestion given to me by another traveler was the stash card. With this device, you can use the empty PC card slot on your laptop to hide some extra cash. My question is, how do you keep the computer from being stolen? There are socks in the market with built-in pockets. You can store some cash and maybe a passport. I'm still not sure how you'd be able to reach for your money without looking like a bit of a fool, and if you wear sandals, this would be a fashion faux pas. If you do feel extra security is necessary, there is one item I found that I do like, the coat hanger. This is kind of neat. It is a slightly thicker version of a coat hanger that can be opened at the ends to a hollow tube. It can also be used to hang up your jacket. It's easy to pack and is very inconspicuous. Well, these are some ideas to get you thinking, and to hopefully ensure that you have a fun and stress-free trip. If you would like to keep up to date on travel tips, subscribe to the podcast and visit us at www.rhapsodytours.net. That's RHAPSODY tours.net. You can also reach us on Facebook at the Travel Tips page or on Twitter at Rhapsody Tours. If you have any comments or tips of your own, we'd love to see them. Well, that's it for today. Next week, we're going to take a look at asking for discounts. Until then, have a wonderful day. The Traveling Kilt podcasts are a division of RhapsodyTours.net.